Well, hello again there. Hey, it's Ralph. Now I'm still ranting. Looking through something here a while back. They showed where Obama's trying to do a land grab on us. He's wanting to put 13.5 million acres under protective custody or something, so that people won't be putting out permits to drill on it or tapping into it or putting stuff on it. I don't understand this. Didn't understand when I read it. Kind of went back through. We're trying to do some research. The only two other presidents I could find that's since I've been running around, or since I've been old enough to vote, was Clinton. He grabbed 5.9 million acres. Carter, he grabbed 50 million. Where'd he grab it at? Grabbed it in Alaska. You ever heard of MWire or AmWire or whatever, where we can't drill for oil? I guess that was part of that deal. So that's, now public land. We can't do this, we can't do that. Don't understand that one. People my age, a little older, can remember a big thing back on the 27th Amendment to the Constitution, getting 18-year-olds to vote. Did we just waste that? You look at the 18-year-olds coming out of school now. A lot of 18-year-olds ain't out of school. They're still in high school. When I was high school age, 18 years old, you was done with high school. You was ready to go out and whoop some ass on the world. You was ready to do something. A lot of them went off to war. A lot of them took off and went to, college. A lot of them went to work. But they was prepared for it. One of the reasons we was prepared for it, I was raised in a rural area. When you got big enough and you wanted something, well, you went and got you a job doing something, made some money, and went out and bought it. As you got older, you got better jobs, you got better pay, what have you, and kept on moving. Kind of taught you how to work, how to, respect your boss. You give an understanding, your boss got to make some money before he can give you any. It's not like now these unions think, well, we just keep taking, and we bankrupt the company, well, then government come bail us out. I guess that's the way it works now. Socialism. Do we have a problem with it in our country? You got these people running around calling themselves 99%ers. Well, that's not me. I consider myself a 53%er. Now, how do I come by 53%? Because 53% of the people are supporting 47% of the people. So, at the store yesterday, again it was, maybe the day before, I was standing in line buying a couple things. Old gal in front of me, she was buying some stuff, a bunch of food and stuff. And I'm standing there, I don't care, I'm waiting. She pulls out a little iPhone, one of these, I don't know, they're about that big, glass top telephones. Had a rubber band wrapped around it. She pulled the card out from behind this phone, swiped it, and damn thing was a electronic food stamp card. And I'm like, if you're on food stamps, how can you afford that fancy phone? I ain't on food stamps. My phone don't look nothing like that. I just kind of curious about it. Are we paying too much for socialism in the country? Do we have too many people living off the other ones? What happens when 51% of the people are living off of 49% of the people? Do you think you're ever going to get a conservative in the White House? Hell no, you're not. People ain't going to give up their free meal. That's what we're going to run into this time. Seems like every presidential election comes around, gets a little harder, a little closer. Look at our last election. What did we have running? You had Obama. You had McCain. What was the difference? I don't know. One thing I can see difference, McCain wanted to stay a little longer in Iraq. Well, war's over in Iraq, I guess yesterday, something. And Obama's getting a lot of praise for that, but if you go back and look, end of 2011, that's when George Bush said we'd be out of Iraq. Since Obama pulled out of Iraq, he got all the credit for it. But anyway, Socialism. Why do we have food stamps to start with? Well, food stamps started out a long time ago to help people, and when it first started during the Depression, and had the Dust Bowl back then, and different stuff, and you had people starving, and help them out a little bit. Then they have this subsidy they give them money, live on. They get free Medicare. They, all the medical care is taken care of, all the kids taken care of, all this stuff. I don't understand it. If you're not working for a living and you're living off of somebody else's money, but they have no rules, they don't have to. Well, first thing, they don't even have to prove they're an American citizen. They don't have to prove who they are. They don't have to do nothing. What if we took some of the people that was on welfare that's capable of working and put them to work? You over there, 3 kids. Well, Monday morning, come over here to schoolhouse. We're going to teach you how to watch kids walk across the street, or we're going to have you out on the playgrounds watching kids, or whatever. Or we'll have you washing the windows, or we'll have some people sweeping the courthouses, or picking up trash along the roads, or can't we find nothing for these people to do? So long, we haven't been teaching our kids how to work. A lot of our people in the United States never been up, had to go to a job. They don't understand have to be on time. They don't understand the consequences for not being on time. What if we make welfare recipients work 20 hours a week? Give them a schedule, make them work 20 hours a week. Oh my God, how are you going to pay for? They got kids. Okay, you got kids. Let's do it this way. The first person there in the line, you come to the courthouse Monday morning at 8 o'clock. Be there. We're going to have a job for you. Second two in line, go to school. We're going to have a job for you. Be there at 8 o'clock Monday morning. Other 2 people, well, you're going to be down there at county, and they're going to have you a job for you. Bring comfortable shoes because you'll probably be picking up trash alongside the highway. And the next person in line, well, we're going to make you a babysitter. You can babysit the rest of their kids so they can do something. Move this around a little bit. They're like, oh, I don't want strange people watching my kids. I'm sorry. Who do you think watches working people's kids? You think they take them to work? I mean, well, they do background checks and everything else on the people, and set up a government daycare center. But the other ones to work. They don't have to work, 40 hours a week or nothing. Have them work 20 hours a week. Make them work 2 or 3 days out of the week. Give them something to do. Show them responsibility of getting up, being there on time, having to do something. You give them food stamps, tell them to bring their lunch. I don't understand what we're doing. We ain't teaching our kids nothing in school. We ain't teaching them how to work. Then they get out on the workforce. They don't invent nothing no more. They don't want to work. They don't want to, they ain't starting businesses or nothing like they used to. Our economy's falling down. Government, they're sitting there putting all these regulations and rules and stuff to keep people from growing. At the same time, they're making it easier to give out handouts. A free ride don't work. Pretty soon you're going to have somebody paying for that free ride. Well, if you got enough people looking around on a free ride, everybody wants to get on that train. Then what do? Now you got everybody riding the free train. Nobody putting gas in it to make it go down the track. Kind of collapses. Well, that's my little quick rant for today.